How do you know if you're a people pleaser? I have three key signs you can self evaluate yourself and see if you are. It's not uncommon, unfortunately, and I'm going to teach you a healing technique today that's going to stop all this people pleasing nonsense. Because you know what? It never serves you. Now, let's just distinguish the difference between a people pleaser, what is that, and someone that's there to support, give, and offer their best self. A people pleaser, here's one of the signs. Okay, evaluate yourself on this one. You think of what others want and need before you consider yourself. All right, so gee, is that such a bad thing? Well, it is when you never think of your own self and your needs are not being met because it leaves you in a place of resentment and frustration and it depletes your energy. And so if you're thinking about what other people's needs and wants are before your own, it's an imbalance and you've got it backwards. Do you do that? Evaluate yourself. That's a sign of a people pleaser. The second sign, if someone is upset, you think you have to fix it. And you too often think, what did I do? What did I do? Am I the reason they're upset? Now I've got to fix it for them. I've got to help this person not feel so bad. So you take responsibility for other people's feelings, and quite often you take on their energy. You start feeling it for them. And then you have a double motive. You not only want, you feel bad about the fact that you may have upset somebody, you want them to feel better, so you'll stop feeling bad too. All right, do you do that? Not healthy. The third sign, you feel bad for other people. I feel so bad for them. Oh, I feel so bad. You hear that a lot or you read that a lot. I feel so bad for them. Oh, my heart just aches for them. Yeah, you don't have to join people in their pain and their upset so they know you care. You can be a compassionate, loving, kind, considerate human being and feel good while you're doing it. In fact, you're going to have more power to make a difference in someone else's life by helping them feel better from the place of feeling better where you're at. Help them rise up to where you are rather than you going to join them in their feeling bad experience. So drop the saying, I feel bad for them. It's not serving you. You could say, I'm concerned for them. I'm sensitive to them. I'm aware of them. I'm really hopeful for them. I want things to turn around for them. Then you're not joining the I feel bad experience. So do you do any or all three of those? Now, there's an underlying belief that you're operating in that's setting you up to keep employing these people-pleasing strategies because you need to people please because you have a belief. This is the number one belief. I've helped literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of clients clear this limiting belief. Remove it, change it, and it comes from your childhood. And it made sense when you were 5 because you didn't have other options, but it makes absolutely no sense when you're 35, 45, 55 and up. It only is a disservice to you. And the number one belief is I have to please others to be loved and have value. And it may be so ingrained in you, it actually feels accurate. Well, of course I do, because that's how I get my needs met, or that's why people, if I don't take care of other people, if I don't please them, I have no value. I'm not lovable. Well, we started doing this as kids around the age of 5. In my situation, I had a mother. My father was a little more complicated. He was not someone that was accessible to try and please easily. You just steered clear of him and did your best when he was around not to make the guy mad. I mean, my dad admitted all this before he died. So, and now that he's in his highest soul form, he and I are best buds. So I'm not knocking my father. He played a huge role for me. I learned a lot because of my father's role. Bless him. He suffered tremendously as a human being. Now, I played out the people-pleasing part for my mother. What that looks like when you're about 5, you start to recognize, oh, if I please, think of which parent you probably do this more predominantly with, because there's usually one you do it more with than the other. And you go, at 5 years old, you kind of figure out this strategy. If I do what they want and I please them, they respond in a favorable way. Oh, I get it. I have to please my parent in order for them to love me and value me. Now, that's not healthy. And as a parent, I hope you're not requiring that of your children. Read the Child Whisperer if you're playing that game out still. It's generational in nature, but we're conscious enough now to stop that craziness as parents. No child should have to prove they're lovable. We shouldn't have had to prove that when we were little. We are lovable because we exist. We are valuable because we were born. And yet, when we're operating from this deeper belief of, I have to please others, and originally it was I have to please mom or dad in order to be loved and valued. And now you're operating from that belief as an adult. I have to please my spouse. I have to please my boss. I have to please somebody else so they will approve of me, appreciate me, and see that I'm lovable. Never works out, always backfires, and you'll only feel resentment because you're not 5 and they're not your mother and father. It wasn't healthy back then. It's incredibly unhealthy now. And let's switch it. We're going to do a brief visualization. If you can see this, that's awesome. If you can't see it, it's okay. Your subconscious mind is paying attention. It's listening to me, and it's going to do the job for you. So close your eyes and take a deep breath. Turn your attention to your body. Turn your awareness inside. Imagine standing in the light. Bring in a healing presence. That could be God, Christ, angels. Whatever you connect with as divine healing presence, bring it in. Now, imagine your healing angels are bringing you to, or bringing her or him to you, a 5-year-old self. You can also see a picture of a 5-year-old you that just suddenly comes to life form. And you're standing there with your 5-year-old self. Thank that little one for the role they've played for you, the job they've taken on. My goodness, how many years have they been playing the part of, I have to please somebody in order to feel loved and valuable? Tell them they didn't know any better. Mom and dad had it confused. They never should have required that you were lovable because you exist and you were born. Tell that to your 5-year-old. Get down, kneel down, look them in the eyes, and tell them you're lovable because you're you. There's nothing you have to do to be loved. Nothing. Why? Your value is a constant. And give that little child that's you a big hug and tell them you love them unconditionally. And you want them to give up this old role. Let go of mom and dad. Send them off with their healing angels. There's nobody that little one has to take care of anymore. You're there to make sure that little you is cared for. Ask your healing angels. Ask whatever you connect with on a divine level. God the Father, God the Mother, Christ, whatever it is, bring that presence, that power in, and ask them to care for your little one unconditionally, 100%. Now I want you to go ahead and take a deep breath, open your eyes, tap on your K27 points, all your meridians, run through these and say, I am lovable and I am valued because I exist. There's nothing I have to do. I am loved for being me. Take a deep breath. Put the energy of that image of your 5-year-old into your hands and bring that energy into your heart. And anchor that in your heart to bring into your being a oneness of self. Now, when it comes to doing good for others, you can come from a place of asking yourself first, is it correct for me to support this person in this way? what's correct for me first. You don't have to choose between you and other people. It's not an either or, it's a both and. I can both take care of me and make sure I am supported, and I can support others. When people are processing emotion, you can let them have that experience without feeling any responsibility for it. You could be kind to them and supportive without joining them or feeling you created it. That's what your 5-year-old self did way back when. They were walking around as a little kid saying, I probably upset mom and dad. Keep reminding them when you go there, close your eyes, see that little 5-year-old and say, remember, not your job anymore. We're done. No more do we need to do this. And you can reach out, be inspired, support others as you're prompted from a place of wholeness and well-being, and you can really make a difference. I'm Carol Tuttle. I am the creator of the most comprehensive online healing website called healwithcarol.com. I have 25 years in healing expertise. I'm an expert in knowing how to heal your life through natural methods. Join me at healwithcarol.com. Go check it out and get involved because I can help make healing faster, cheaper, and life lasting. I have already helped literally millions of people. Let me help you. We'll see you over there.